It's just going to be a little day in the life of my life, and today is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all those dads out there, and all those men that step up and help with other people's children, and also all those single mothers that fill the shoes of both parents. So happy Father's Day to everyone out there that's in those situations. Just kind of show you around just a little bit. I'm noticing behind me is a calendar, and I've been bad about filling it out, but this is right outside my shower, and I have trouble remembering when the last time was I showered, and so I write an S on the calendar when I take one. I really have been taking more than what's on here, but I forget to write them down because I forget to go over. I think I had one today. If not, I had one yesterday. But anyway, we drove down to Marion today to surprise my dad for Father's Day. Me and my 3 sons. We called him earlier and wished him happy Father's Day and asked him what he's up to, and he thought he'd just be lazing around, so we drove down there and surprised him. And he was really surprised, not expecting it at all, because I don't drive much, so I haven't been down there in quite some time. I'm trying to hold this with my hand, and I noticed the last time it was shaky, but if I tried to fix it with the thing on YouTube, stabilizer, it makes everything kind of wavy, and so I don't want to do that to you. If you have other suggestions, let me know. My little tripod doesn't work unless I'm sitting down, but anyway, these are one of my little reminders, is the calendar. Also, I write things on the mirror when I need to. I write on the calendar S's for showers, and I put a star for shots because I have to give myself shots. I have pill organizers galore, and the AM and PM are working well for me. The big one that I have, hate for you to see my mess, but I'm going to turn this around. But there's my morning ones, it's like AM, and then my PMs, that helps. And then I have this big monster over here that has a lot of my supplements and natural stuff in it. And I'm sorry, I'm making a mess here. But anyway, this monster. And I'm really bad about getting and using that one and opening it up. I don't know if it's because I lay stuff on it. And I'm sorry about that, if that's because I lay stuff on it. That's one thing you're going to get with me, is raw video, because I don't know how to edit. And I use my cell phone for filming, and so right now it's not in my budget to buy any editing programs for my computer, nor am I able to learn a lot of new stuff right now. So maybe sometime somebody will sit down with me and we can figure some of this out, but in the meantime, please just bear with me. But I use those for reminders. I don't know, I had a problem where I took my night medicines. I'm not sure, I think I took it twice. I still have no memory of taking it the first time. But I took what I thought was the first time. After I'd gone to bed, I got up, oh yeah, I forgot my medicine, and went and took my medicine, and I was, the next day was, oh my gosh, really bad, which makes me think that I double dosed on some pain medicine that I take, and some other medicine I take, because the next day was quite a doozy. Most of the time, I'm still at the point where I can fake a lot of things. I noticed that dinner tonight with my dad and my family, my boys are used to my using wrong words. My dad isn't, and I kept trying to. I'd start talking, and words would just get in the way, and so I just stopped and didn't talk very much except to reprimand children when they needed it. But I didn't want him to kind of freak out about it because he hasn't used it, not used to it, or used it, yeah. Anyhow, so I want to also tell you that I don't know if this is normal. I don't know what the cause is. I think maybe I have an idea, but I have probably since, I'm going to say February, and this is Father's Day, so we're in June. I've lost 22 pounds, and I don't know why. I lost, well, that's probably not true. I've probably lost 10, 15, 16 pounds since February, and the rest in the other part of the 21, I lost since last year when I got out of a wheelchair, or was in a wheelchair, got out of the wheelchair, and lost a few pounds. But since February, I think, I've lost considerable weight. I'm not complaining. I would like to still lose another at least 20 to 25 pounds to be at my ideal weight, but the point is I don't know why I'm losing weight. I'm not trying. The only thing I can figure is I forget to eat. Like today I didn't forget because we got up and we left, and I had three little voices, what are we gonna eat, what are we gonna eat? So we stopped, ran through drive-through and got something to eat, and then of course we were going to my dad's to take him out to dinner, so I ate then. So today I didn't forget to eat, but especially when they're in school, I can't eat breakfast with them in the morning because the medicine I take has to be on an empty stomach, and I have to wait a half hour before I eat anything. Well, by that time, they're done eating, everything's cleaned up, and I have not eaten. And I will realize that when I'm trying to figure out dinner, or somebody asks me what I had for lunch, I realize I didn't eat lunch, and then I eat dinner. So I go on about one meal a day, and sometimes I'm not even hungry. I don't know if it's part of the illness, or if it's something else, but I don't know. I'm this is my first walk through this, and so I don't know what's causing it. But hopefully we'll get things figured out here. Now that I have somebody coming in, I don't know. We'll see. But at any rate, I'm not sad about the weight loss at all. But it's just curious as to what's going on. I don't know if it's part of the dementia. Because I can't remember. I don't remember if I ate. I don't remember what I ate. I don't remember what's in the refrigerator. I'll save something. Sometimes I think I didn't eat and I did eat, because somebody will remind me that I ate. So it's really hard to tell. It's strange. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like things are disappearing in here, not in real life, but in my brain, Memories are disappearing. I'll be back. I got interrupted by my son, so I'm not sure where I left off. But anyway, having dog problems tonight. One of my kids stayed with my dad for a couple days, and then the other two are home, and one's watching the one that's away's dog, and that dog's acting up, so it could be a very long night. Anyway, so we drove back from my hometown, and just came home and tried to do some things around the house. As far as we've been draining the pool for a couple days, and that's not going very well because it should be drained by now. So I don't know. I think we're gonna have to just unplug it and flood the yard. Anyway, it's been pretty warm. I am getting a little concerned because I don't have a real caregiver, somebody that's there all the time. I want someone that's there out of love, not out of duty or out of just getting a paycheck, and somebody that understands. I don't do well with a lot of questions. I don't do well with making decisions at all. They won't even let me handle my own money, so I can't handle my own money. And yet, because I look normal, and for most of the time speak normally, because you know, at the risk of sounding bad, and I don't mean to, and that's no offense to anyone, but I'm highly educated, and I still have a lot of my vocabulary, and still very vocal. And so, because of that, people look at me and think, oh, there's nothing wrong with her. She looks fine. I used to even feel that way. I used to think, oh, those doctors don't know what they're talking about. They're not right. I'm fine. Somehow, I just must be fooling them. And things have happened. I've done things that have proved to me that I'm not, that they're right and I'm wrong. I leave burners on the stove a lot. So now my son goes behind me and makes sure that I turn off the burner if I use the stove at all. We've gone to eating a lot of fast food, and I know that's terrible and unhealthy, but it's the only safe way I can feed them sometimes. I have dreams that seem so real that if they're bad dreams, I cannot shake it until I check to make sure that didn't happen. I had a terrible dream about my neighbors, and it just dragged on, and I was miserable the whole day, and I thought, I'm gonna have to go over there and make sure they're okay. Fortunately, they drove by, I saw them, I gave them hugs, and so then I knew that it was a dream and that everything was okay, but I couldn't shake the feeling. No matter what, I couldn't shake the feeling until I saw them. I told you before about having problems with mixing up reality and fantasy. I watch a show on TV and I think that it's real when it comes to the real world, and it can be very confusing, especially shows based on politics or government or something that I would see every day on the news or read in the paper. Anyway, not that I read the paper, I buy the paper, but I don't have an attention span to even read an article. I used to write books, now I can't even read books, so it's really kind of sad, but I do my best to hide what's going on for the sake of my children and for my father. I don't think I hide it very well. Well, sometimes I can't hide it because sometimes you don't see me. I don't pick up the videotape camera or the phone and record myself when I'm at my worst, because if I'm at my worst, I don't know how to do this. So that's what's so tricky about this too. But my sons will say things like, I think you better go back to bed if I'm really doing goofy stuff. Um, my, I think my dad is starting to get that sometimes when I ask him what he said, it's not because I didn't hear him, it's because I didn't understand him. And I finally explained that to him about a year ago, and it seemed to help a lot. We are planning a trip. I'm nervous about going and taking the boys, but I feel like we need to do it because we didn't get to go last year because I was inpatient rehab, and next year we don't know where I'll be, or how I'll be, if I'll be able to travel at all. So looking for somebody to go with us. If not, my father's going to go with us, and so my sons want me to tell him that we couldn't get anybody because they want him to go anyway. So I think we got that worked out, and I just want to take them and make some good memories while we can, because I don't know what the future's going to bring and what kind of memories they're going to have later on. So I want to make some good memories and try to keep things on an even as an even keel as possible. The bad thing is I need about 12 hours sleep. But the good thing is that my boys are getting old enough and they still have bedtimes, but when it's not a school night, they're allowed to have Netflix on their iPads, and so they watch Netflix and in their bed, and so they stay up later. I go to bed, and then it turns out we all get up about the same time that way, and it works for me. It may be poor parenting on my part, but it helps to get. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, because otherwise I would be no good to them if I couldn't get the sleep I needed. And so they're getting what they think is summer fun, and privileges that they don't get during school year, and I'm getting the sleep that I need in order to function as a parent. So I know that's a bad idea, I know it's not good, but you know what? I'm doing it anyway. So judge me if you will, but I hope you don't. I hope you realize that things have to be done in order to make life bearable for everyone in the family, that this is not easy for any of us, and especially for them, because the worse I get, the less I know. So when this gets at its worst, I will not be the one that is doing the suffering. It will be them. So that's why I'm bound and determined to do this vacation. That's why I'm bound and determined to have a good summer and an easy summer. We do go. They have ball games, and we'll soon be starting marching band season. And that's all right. I used to teach band. I used to be a band director and a band person, so I'm kind of into that stuff anyhow, so that will be enjoyable for me. But I know that's a busy schedule. But we'll get through it, and we'll do what we have to do, and I will see you all later. Have a great and wonderful day, and bless you. And if you stick around this long, please hit the subscribe button or like this video. Take care, and I wish you all the blessings in the world. Bye-bye.